first time I tell you today, reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
All right, folks, we're at the capital of Boogity. This is where it all gets going right here. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Yeehaw!
Covering a football field a second. Here they come to complete the first of 188 laps.
It's like winding up a great big old rubber band. You get her wound up and let her fly.
Jeff Gordon, he'll lead lap 1. 5 more bonus points. He has led a lap in 8 of 9 races in 2000.
To be up here fighting with Jeff Gordon and company.
And now, Dick, our pole sitter Gordon has his favorite wingman, Jimmy Johnson, right on his bumper.
He does indeed. He ran those first several laps right on the bottom, and before the race started, he urged his spotters to be sure and tell him when somebody was closing on the outside of him. Gordon, in his pre-race comments, has minced no words whatever. He said it's not a question of if the big one's going to happen, it's only a question of when. He is very focused on avoiding running into anybody today. That's the way you win the race here in Talladega.
Hey, Mike, Larry, Kenny Wallace went by here last time in 5th place. See where he is when he comes by this time.
It looks like about 25th. He was in the sucker hole in the middle.
Components in the car, which don't help you qualify, but they do provide reliability. And reliability is important when you're going to be running this kind of an automobile race.
And speaking of reliability, Dick, or durability, Carl Edwards in the 99 car, we just saw him go to the garage area, puffing out the exhaust. These guys are leaning, tuning on these engines so close, trying to make power that I think we're starting to get some durability. And also remember, this is the first restrictor plate race that we've run the unleaded fuel. Unleaded fuel is not causing these problems, but it's throwing the guys a little bit of a curveball how they tune the engines.
Is sponsored by UPS, official delivery company of NASCAR. UPS delivers the chance to manage your own free fantasy auto racing league. Go to foxsports.com. Our first caution of the race, Tony Stewart would be the one to get the free pass.
Yeah, he's going to get an opportunity to kind of catch up, man, after having to
Is that debris, or is that not debris?
There is debris right there
All
on
right.
the lower side of turn 1. So the 20 car will get a chance to go 2.66 miles around and get back, close back up.
Now, Tony's glad he had that little gathering with NASCAR officials. Jeff Gordon is your leader. His team.
Now, this is the way we used to race here. And it was not too bad then. Just kind of get in line, ride along, and
That won't last long.
as a matter of fact, we used to get in line, ride along, and follow Earnhardt, come to think of it.
Makes sense to us.
Yeah, do it, gang, do it.
Let's do it. Turn up that surround sound. Let's crank it up. What's wrong with Tony Stewart? He was with the lead pack, back on the lead lap, started in the back, but he cannot hold the pack. Meanwhile, Clint Boyer in the 07 has brushed the wall.
I believe Tony's got some kind of engine problem because he is dropping back in a hurry. 07's got quite a bit of right side damage. He's going to have to come to pit road with those tires rubbed.
Oh, yeah, we're good. You just made her a little smaller. She'll be faster now.
I'm not sure about that comment. Like you say, those tires rubbing, he's going to have to probably get to pit road. He actually whacked it a couple of pretty good whacks.
Yeah.
David Stremme in the 40 had to avoid near this pack. Tony Stewart all by himself. Steve, what's wrong?
Mike, we just listened to Tony Stewart. He said somebody got on the brakes in front of him, and he had to check up or hit the brakes as well, and he just lost momentum.
And once you lose that draft, there's
car
no
goes
getting
around.
back.
I think it's the 07 going around up there in 3 and 4.
Boyer has crashed.
Yeah.
Very possibly cut
Cut
the
a
tire
tire
down.
down. He did. I saw it snap.
Caution is out, which is a huge break again for Tony Stewart in that 20 car. Not a good break for Clint Boyer, but for sure, Tony.
Now, Kurt Busch and Jeff Gordon were side by side at the moment of caution. But what matters on the scoring chart is where they were at the last of the loop sensors that they crossed just prior to the caution. So Gordon should remain the leader as the pace car picks. Trying to make it around to the pits or trying to ride it out. There it goes.
Yeah, you see the right front tire looked like may have gone first. We saw the smoke from the tires. I questioned leaving him out.
He's had such a great year, but these restrictor plate racetracks, they have not been good to him. Remember, he finished the Daytona 500 across the start-finish line on his roof, and a bad day here on lap 81 for Clint Boyer. Comes in here 9th in the next.
Kurt Busch did not pit under this caution flag, neither did Dale Earnhardt Jr. Casey Mears, Martin Truex, Reed Sorensen, and they will lead the field back to the green flag.
And we mentioned that Greg Biffle in the 16 car, he had stayed out as well. It's almost like that was a miscue because the next time by, they elected to bring that car to pit road for fuel.
That's one of those on further reviews.
Yeah.
You see him build speed in the back straightaway. Clint Boyer checked and released from the infield care center. He's okay.
We're in about 10 laps of halfway. Clint Boyer joins Dale Jarrett, Robbie Gordon, Carl Edwards, Paul Menard, 5 cars out of this race.
I mentioned before that when we had that first caution there that we were averaging 192 mile an hour. These cautions have slowed us back down now to averaging about 168. So if we get some long green here, long green flag racing, that average speed will come right back up there again.
I think the crowd speaks for itself.
New leader, the 8th.
Brings Elliott Sadler with him. Don't forget Sadler's car is also red. It's the Casey Canes. That's part of that sea of red in the grandstand. And he's picked up Sterling Marlin.
Got to cut. Sterling is incredible. He's been at the front of the field ever since they dropped the green flag. He's not fallen back very far, maybe 5th or 6th, but he's been right there this whole race.
You see Johnny Sauter there in the 70 car and the yellow transportation. Haas car made an evasive move. And you can see Scott Riggs in the 10. I don't think he liked that move. That's what causes the big one.
Yeah.
A sudden move that no one's expecting. Go through these green flag stops. It'll make it where it's a one-stop race.
Casey Mears.
And you know what? I'm not so sure this isn't a product. I think he was trying to get the pit road because he was one of the cars that needed the
Got
pit.
punted by Jimmy coming in.
Our DLP Ultimate Picture Cam. 60 laps to go in Talladega.
Daryl, I believe Kenny Wallace got too good of a start. I think he's a sitting duck with that 24 car in that group back there. He did duck in front of Bobby Labonte that's 3 laps down, but he got a heck of a start that may not be good because they'll gang up on him now.
Probably will, but I tell you, that's not a bad race car today. He's got that power, Hendrick power on the hood, and he's taking advantage of it.
Do need to make mention, Clint Boyer, 41 laps down, the 07 car hit the wall earlier. They repaired that car. He's back out on the racetrack.
They've caught Kenny Wallace, and without a drafting partner, he will lose the lead.
But this is still a great day for Kenny Wallace, just
Got
like
that
Daryl
right.
mentioned.
2 cars I've been really impressed with all day has been Kenny and Sterling Marlin that has been able to run up front most of the day.
The irony, we've had several ironies today, and the irony of that last crash was that the last time these cars were at Talladega, it was the 25 that took out the 48 for the win. At that time, the driver was Brian Vickers. The other irony is that Tony Stewart, who's now steaming up the outside. Oh, trouble. Ricky Rudd in the wall.
Trouble.
Nemechek around. Kyle Busch.
You know what? I'm not so sure that wouldn't start it. Oh, is that Dale?
Jeff Burton, 31 car. Kyle Busch, another wreck today, just like yesterday.
And a very hard hit.
That is, there's a window net coming down.
Oh, it's good to be 21, Darrell.
Nemechek's car crashed.
Kyle's going to drive it back.
It's going to try it.
I don't think it's going to go anywhere but in a circle.
Tony Stewart.
Yeah, he can't get it fired. I think it is now, though. He saw the black smoke rolling out of it.
Steve?
Yeah, listening to Tony Stewart in the cockpit, Mike, he said that he felt like the battery was dead. May have a battery issue on that 20.
Well, that would not be the first one that we've had today. Remember, Ricky Rudd, the 88 car, had a problem earlier. The only cars that did not stop on that lap, Elliott Sadler, David Reagan, and Jamie McMurray, but Reagan and McMurray were in the lap before.
Now, unlike a lot of racetracks where we run a lot of blowers, bead blowers, brake blowers, and every other kind, here about the only thing, boy, you see Zippy, he is upset. Goodness gracious, he's had a trying day.
He's had a trying year. They're all in the outside line. Bobby Labonte, the first car, not only lapped 2 laps down. I know our fuel window at the start of the race was 46 to 48 laps. We get this restart with basically about 51 or 52 laps to go. I think they're getting better mileage now that we're on into this race. They can go further than the 46 to 48 laps.
But Larry, if we go caution-free the rest of the way, can they make it?
I would be willing to bet that almost everyone that was on pit road right there will be able to make it. Because the draft helps fuel mileage.
You don't really get better mileage. You just get figuring closer once you've had a few green flag stops.
Now, Elliott Sadler, the 19 car that brought the field down for this restart, he got drop kicked to the inside. He's going to be lucky if he can hang in the top 10 or 12 here after they complete 1 lap.
Can you say rookie? Got a rookie leading the race.
David Reagan, top 5 at Daytona, tough sledding since. And his Roush Ford is out in front. A lot of debris was laying up in turn number 2, and that brings us under caution. The reason? Juan Pablo Montoya got up and into the wall, perhaps after contact from Ryan Newman here.
You can see the speed difference right there on Montoya in the 42 car, Ryan Newman the 12. It was about 5-6 miles an hour difference, Newman being the faster car.
Gosh darn it. Stremme, he couldn't make it. He had to stop, so that worked out great for him.
But if any of those top 10 were close, remember, it's about 2 to 1 caution to green. They probably feel like they have the insurance now.
From our DLP Ultimate Picture Cam, we're back to green.
Now, I'm going to be surprised. We can't stay single file running this high line very much longer, Mike, I don't think.
23 laps to go. Fuel not in question.
I think that's going to be the difference right there. Now the guys that were riding can go racing.
And, Darrell, I am seeing a gang already get together on the bottom side. You see Kevin Harvick, that 29 car, pushing Kurt Busch to the 2. I think the Highline deal is pretty much over with for the entire field. Here they go, mixed it up.
Yeah, I just believe what was going on there was these cats that were a little close on fuel were just riding along saying, okay, we'll hang here for a while, but I think it's time to go. Look at Tony Stewart flying around the outside with his buddy back there behind him, Jeff Gordon.
Dick Berggren.
Mike Ford let his driver, Denny Hamlin, out in the lead. Do you have enough fuel? Are you sure you have enough fuel to make it?
Welcome back to Talladega. 14 laps to go as they whistle around here at 195 miles an hour, and Denny Hamlin is still in the lead. Nextel helps NASCAR and NASCAR fans get things done. Time for our Nextel Getting It Done call of the race. Darrell.
I love old Larry Boy Carter, the crew chief on the 26, but I got to go for free pizza, boys. I got to go with David Rudiman.
All right, caution comes out. We believe a cowl flap has come off Ryan Newman's car. That's what you saw as we came back from break. And that is what metal and fiberglass there, and certainly would cause a hazard.
Oh, yeah, they need to get that up, no question.
And look at the very top of your screen at the yellow Kodak car.
See it flapping around there, and then all of a sudden, there it goes. That's the cowl flap that goes right underneath the windshield.
It's part of the air.
Laps to go in the Aaron's 499. It is crunch time at America's fastest speedway. We're under green.
This takes so much discipline to hold your position and time it right. You're either going to be a hero or a zero. Hopefully not a double zero.
When the first driver up toward the front drops out of line, if someone goes with him immediately to establish a draft, he's got a chance. If not, he'll drop to the back faster than you can talk about it.
I think you heard from Denny Hamlin that, he already knows that when you drop to the bottom, you're going to get sacked. That's why he took it to the top, and everybody's been up there with him ever since.
The wild card in that pack is the driver who has won 5 of the last dozen here, Dale Earnhardt Jr., driver number 8.
Of all those guys up there, you got to believe that he knows what he's going to do.
Got 29 cars within a second of each other. They'll be coming to 4 to go this time.
Smoke, Rudeman.
Oh, no. What's happening to David?
Remember, we had a report that he had smoke in the cockpit.
Turn up. Let them all come by.
I think I heard rear end tearing up.
2 more coming. All right, you're clear all the way to the bottom. Clear all the way to the bottom.
Oh, David.
No caution yet.
No.
Motor blew up.
Caution wheel wave. This is not what the 11 car wanted to see. Remember, Mike Ford talked about didn't want to see a green-white checker.
Just as Jeff Gordon took the lead, caution comes out. We're going into overtime, folks. Green, white, checker to finish it off in Talladega.
If you're going to get Jeff Gordon, you got to get him now.
Yes,
you
sir.
cannot let him get up to speed.
Regardless of where the start finish.
I tell you.
But Jeff Gordon can't get a big restart and get away from the pack because then they'll draft on by him.
I think McMurray's going to try to jump all over him like a frog on a junior bell.
Green flag. Johnson to the inside.
And there goes Kurt Busch in the 2 car with him, pushed him. They're going to trap McMurray in the 26 on the high side.
Boy, I'll say, look at him fan out. High, low. Somebody help me.
Oh, there goes Stewart to 20 to the high side with no help. They're 3 wide off. Trouble.
It's over.
There's the caution. There is the caution right there. Only 1 attempt at this green-white check.
And Stewart has crashed. While everyone lifted for the caution flag, Tony Stewart ended up in the wall.
I mean, the 16 Biffle just came down on Elliott Sadler, and Johnny Sauter, the 70, ended up being the victim there, and Elliott Sadler was able to continue.
NASCAR will determine at what moment they lit up the caution lights to freeze the field and end the race. Stewart very unhappy.
Not sure what that's about. Tony on the high, up on the outside. They see a wreck behind them.
McMurray.
Somebody got into the back of David Gilliland in that 38 car as well, which I think was all part of that equation right there.
Boy, and then there, you see down here where Tony hits the wall, there's no safer barrier there. You can see it stops at that opening back there. That's a hard driver lick. Oh, here we go. 26 is there. The 38.
The silver car.
The 38's kind of coming up, and McMurray's kind of caught in the trap.
Yeah, I mean, I know Tony's upset with Jamie right now. I'm not sure Jamie could do a whole lot about that.
Checkered flag waves on Jeff Gordon. His 77th career NASCAR Next Up Cup victory. Jimmy Johnson second, Kurt Busch is third unofficially. Jamie McMurray, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Daytona winner Kevin Harvick, Gilliland, Stremme, Newman, and Truex, the top 10.
Won't be the first time I tell you today. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
All right, folks, we're We're at the capital of boogity. This is where it all gets going right here. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Yeehaw!
Covering a football field a second. Here they come to complete the first of 188 laps.
It's like winding up a great big old rubber band. You get her wound up and let her fly.
Jeff Gordon, he'll lead lap 1. 5 more bonus points. He has led a lap in 8 of 9 races in 2000.